Oh, hey guys, look what I'm making today. Take a look. I'm making heavy bun. I mean, I've made Creole buns so many times at the site. I've done the 5 loaf, the 2 loaf, the 1 loaf recipe, but I always make it with white sugar. And you guys, when you meet me in the street, you ask me to teach you how to make heavy bun. So take a look. I already let this raise for about 3 hours. And now what I'm doing is rekneading. And I want you guys to go ahead and take a look at what I've done so far to get it to this point. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. To this large bowl, I've added 2 cups plus 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon of butter, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a teaspoon of baking powder. Now all I'm doing is adding 1/8 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and this is what I did about 5 minutes ago to activate the yeast. I used a 1/4 cup of warm water, half a tablespoon of active dry yeast, and a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and I let it foam up. Now I've added the yeast. I'm adding some coconut milk. I'm only going to use 3.5 ounces, and then warm water. And all I have to do is mix this well until it starts forming into a dough. I want to add the liquid slowly because I don't want to make the dough overly wet, okay? So I always keep like my left hand dry so that I can feel it to see where I'm at. And then I go get my hands cleaned off. And then here I'm back with some flour on the counter. And all I have to do is knead. I think the reason that I like kneading is because it goes back to the days of when I was a child and I used to play with Play-Doh. I used to love playing with Play-Doh. So here it is, flour on the countertop. Make sure it's not sticky, because if it's sticky, then the bun will give you a lot of trouble, all right? So I'm going to make this round, put it back in the same bowl that I kneaded it in because I don't want to have any extra thing to clean. Cover it up and set it aside and forget about it. 3 hours later, it takes a long time because it's a lot of sugar, okay? And here I am at the point of where I started the show, and let's reknead. All right, so remember I let it rise for like 3 hours, and then now 2 hours later, look, see, it's finally ready. So that's the thing with heavy bun. You have to spend all day letting this stuff rise, all right? When my bun, my light bun, it's 1 hour and then 1 hour. So now put it in the oven, and it's set on 325. You always want the sweeter breads to go on a lower temperature, because you allow it to just cook slowly and evenly, okay? So regular Creole breads would be 350 for the degree. This is 325 degree Fahrenheit, and we're gonna let it go for as long as it needs, probably 40 minutes or so. So I'll be back in a little while when it's finished and when we're tasting. This is right at about 40 minutes later. Look how beautiful this is, brown and just intense. What I'm putting here with this barbecue brush is a little bit of brown sugar diluted down with water. I'm gonna dump it out now on the cooling rack and just tap the bottom lightly, because this will tell me if it's done. If it sounds hollow, it's done. Just finish off with the brush here. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh my goodness, so beautiful. Now look at another recipe that I tried earlier today. This is the same 2 cups plus 6 tablespoons of flour, but I changed the sugar. It's only a 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Everything else is the same. You can freeze the video right here to get the recipe for this. This is gonna be a lighter, less dense bun, okay? So here's half a tablespoon of the yeast, and you can use the active dry yeast. You can use the rapid rise yeast too, but you wouldn't raise it like this in the warm water. See, it's foamed up. Adding it to the mixture, and I'm basically doing the same thing that I just did. The only thing that's different with this bun is that I use less sugar. Instead of 3/4 of a cup, I used a 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons. So I'm adding the water slowly. I'm using coconut milk too, and then flour it, and then just go ahead and knead. See, the color's already different. Make it into a ball, put it back into the same bowl that I created it in, and here this is like 2 hours later, not 3 hours, but 2 hours. I'm rekneading, and what I want to do here is make this into like a rectangular loaf instead of a round loaf. So what I'm going to do here is use a rolling pin to make this as rectangular as I can. I'm not really good at making the rectangles with these type of things, but just get as close as you can. Then pick up the edge like this and start rolling like a towel. And so when you're done, you have to seal the bottom shut, and then flip it back over, and then tuck the sides in, put it in the greased loaf pan, and set it aside to rise again. And this time I needed 2 hours again, and it's ready. And again on 325 degrees Fahrenheit because it's a sweet bread. Stick it in the oven, and then look, it's done. I turned it over, tap the bottom, it's done. I'm putting the sugar water solution, and look how gorgeous this is. Let me cut it open for you guys to see. See, very light in color and very light in texture, not dense at all, but just the same gorgeous. Okay, this is the one with the more brown sugar. Louis, which one are you eating?
I just ate the one with the less.
Okay, so swallow that good first.
Okay.
Get it off the palate. This is Louis, guys, for those of you who want to show too often. Louis has been on 2 episodes already. And he came so we can have a little meeting as to show Daddy. Let me see that noise over there. He's eating the fish escabeche for one of my prior shows that I did. Louis, which one do you like better?
I think the dark brown one.
Yeah, I like the dark one. It's good.
I hate you guys so much.
Let me see.
It is good though.
Let me see. I'll be the tester here. I'll be
Okay, guys. This is a 1 loaf recipe. I'm gonna have to figure out the 5 loaf for you guys. It's really good.
Wow.
They're both good.
Yeah.
I know why you like this one better, sweeter.
Yes, that's it.
And the butter with it, it like balances out.
It's not for diabetics. Warning, warning, warning. This is our cheat meal day on the diet that we've been doing. I don't know if you guys know we're doing a diet. Go check it out on my vlog. Bob's Beer Top. So this is our cheat meal day. So all we're doing is loading up on bread.
It's okay because it's just gonna like fly out of.
Oh my god, you know Wednesday's here.
Wednesday, you got buns?
For everybody.
Wednesday got buns. Everybody gets buns.
So originally this video was just supposed to be about making of heavy bun. Now you guys know when I do my Belizean bun, my Belizean Creole bun, I just put white sugar and that makes it lighter in color and lighter in texture. It's not as dense. So I switched it up and I wanted to show you guys how to put the brown sugar in it and just make it a little bit more dense. When I did the first one, I put very little brown sugar. Well, I put the equivalent amount of brown sugar that I would have put had I been putting white sugar. So then the next loaf that I made, I put more brown sugar, so the color got darker, the bun got more dense, and it got way sweeter. It was really delicious. As you can see, the kids absolutely loved it. I did too, but I still like my light one. But anyways, I promised you guys at the end of that video just now that I was going to figure out the full recipe. And for me, the full recipe is 2.5 pounds of flour. I don't know what full recipe for you guys is. It's probably going to be 5 pounds or 10 pounds. But 2.5 pounds of flour will give you 4 to 5 loaves, okay? So I figured it out. I had to tweak it a couple of times and I got some really heavy ones to where I had to kind of like throw it away. But I figured it out and now I'm here to present you with, ta-da, the full recipe for the Belizean Heavy Bun. And of course, because next week is Easter, I decided to make them into hot cross buns. So I only got 4 loaves because we used the last loaf, loaf number 5, we used to put the crosses on the buns. So these are absolutely wonderful. So here you have a little bit of burrata again. I keep doing that for you guys, right? Giving you some burrata. You guys, get your stuff ready and make this for Easter, okay? Ciao! This time around, I'm using a cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of active dry yeast, and I'm using the loose yeast, but you can use the yeast from the pack like this, okay? 1 pack equals 1 tablespoon. This is a teaspoon of sugar, and I'm just going to give this a stir, let it foam up. It took about 8 minutes, and now here we are measuring the flour. I need 9 3/4 cups. This is cup number 9. And then here's the 3/4 cups. If you can't measure, use a half plus a quarter. That's why fractions are important, okay? 3 cups of brown sugar. This is a lot of sugar, guys. 4 teaspoons of baking powder. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can put more, but I don't like my bun to taste like perfume. And then this is a 1/3 cup of butter. And I'm going to use the whole can of coconut milk. Any brand will do. I heat it up in the microwave for about a minute. And I add the yeast mixture first because I always want to make sure that I don't forget to add yeast in. Sometimes I've done that in the past. And so here's the coconut milk. And now warm water. And I've measured out 8 ounces, but we may or may not need the whole amount. So I just want to add this slowly. See? I don't need the 2 ounces because it's already sticky. Get my hands cleaned off and dried. And now I'm going to add some flour to the countertop. So you need some space to work. And here I am now kneading. And you know what, guys? This dough feels heavy. It feels so dense. It's really hurting my wrist. You know, the things I do for my viewers and subscribers, right? Oh, heavy. Drop it in the same bowl. I never wash the bowl because I don't want to do cleanup twice. 3 hours later, take a look at it. It's risen beautifully. Now I'm dumping it out. I have to fight with it, guys. You know, this really, really hurts. And then I'm just going to re-knead. And then I'm going to cut it right now into 5 equal pieces. We're not going to get 5 loaves though because we're making hot cross buns. I'm going to use this loaf right here to make the crosses, okay? So I've cut this into 4 pieces. These are 4 cross. And now all I'm doing is kneading the dough. Well, not kneading anymore, but rolling it into the round shape. And then I cut the piece of the cross in half. You can kind of rub it between your hands like this and then stick it over the bun like this, see? Make sure you tuck the cross under the bottom part of the bun. And now this is point of view, and I'm rolling it on the counter this time just to show you a different way that you can make the cross. You don't have to like rub it between your hands. And then put the cross, put it on a greased baking sheet. I've got 4. Now all I got to do is cover this up and let it rise again for about 3 hours. And then now I'm putting it in the oven. The oven is set at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm just going to let them bake for about 40 minutes. And see, they're done. I'm pinning on my sugar water solution. And they cracked open, guys. Look. Look at this beautiful slice. You guys want some? Ooh. Thank you so much for liking the video and subscribing. Please check out my other 2 channels, the product review channel, Bear Pantry Talk, and come have some fun with my family and me over at the vlog channel, Babs Bear Talk.